The world is still dark, the kind of darkness that feels endless, swallowing up the horizon and blurring the line between sea and sky. But slowly, almost imperceptibly, the horizon is starting to bleed with color, hinting at the coming day. A thin line of crimson stretches across the eastern sky, promising a day that will be both brutal and beautiful, a day that demands everything from those who dare to meet it. Out here, miles from land, the air is thick with salt and diesel, a mixture that clings to your skin and fills your lungs with every breath. The sea serpent cuts through the vast rolling blue with a determined roar, its hull slicing the waves as if in defiance of the ocean's endless power. This isn't a vacation, this is a job. Dirty, demanding, and urgent. Every task is a battle against fatigue, against the elements, and against time itself. The clock started ticking hours ago, and it doesn't stop for anything. Not for sleep, not for storms, not for aching muscles or stinging eyes. On deck, the crew moves with practiced silence, faces etched with exhaustion and focus, communicating with nods and glances honed by countless mornings like this. Every movement is deliberate, honed by years of experience and the shared understanding of what's at stake. There's no room for error when the margin is razor thin. The low hum of the engine is the only constant sound, a mechanical heartbeat driving us forward, steady and relentless, echoing the urgency in every crew member's chest. We're chasing a ghost, a shimmering silver ghost that only appears under the right conditions, vanishing as quickly as it comes, always just out of reach. The mission is clear. Catch 10,000 flying fish in less than 48 hours. It's a number that looms over every action, every decision, every cast of the net. The urgency is a physical presence on this boat, pressing down on shoulders, tightening every muscle, making every second feel heavier than the last. You can feel it in the way the captain, Silas, stares at the sonar, eyes scanning for the faintest sign, his mind racing through possibilities and risks. This isn't just about catching fish, it's about survival. Paying bills, supporting families, keeping a community afloat. Every fish is a meal, a mortgage payment, a promise kept. Out here, the ocean makes the rules. We are merely guests, and our welcome is conditional, dependent on luck, skill, and respect for the sea's moods. The waves slap against the hull, a constant reminder of the power we're up against. A force that can turn from calm to chaos in an instant. The crew knows the risks. They've accepted them, wearing their determination like armor, bracing for whatever the day might bring. For them, this isn't just a job, it's a way of life, a test of endurance and spirit, and the race has already begun, long before the sun crests the horizon. Why the rush? Why does every second matter as the crew scrambles to prepare before sunrise? Why 10,000 fish in 48 hours? What's behind these exacting numbers and this relentless pace? It's not a reality show stunt. There's no script, no retakes. Just the real, high-stakes world of commercial fishing. This is the reality of commercial fishing, driven by biology, economics, and regulation. Every haul is a race against time and nature. The market demands the freshest flying fish roe, Tobiko, with a short shelf life. Buyers expect quality, and freshness is everything. The catch must be landed, processed, and shipped fast. Any delay means lost value, and the window for profit is razor thin. The number, 10,000, is the boat's strict quota, set by marine authorities to prevent overfishing. It's a hard limit, not a suggestion. Exceed it, and you risk fines and losing your license. The rules are enforced, and the consequences are real. Miss it, and you can't cover expenses. Fuel, gear, wages, every cost depends on hitting that quota. The 48-hour window is dictated by nature. Tides, weather, and the moon all play their part, leaving no room for error. Flying fish gather in large schools only during specific lunar phases. Miss the timing and the opportunity vanishes for weeks. Miss this window and your chances plummet. The ocean offers no second chances. The crew must be ready to work non-stop until the job is done or the window closes. Sleep is a luxury they can't afford. For them, this trip is a lifeline. Every catch is a step toward survival, not just for themselves but for their families. The entire community depends on their success. The ripple effect of a good or bad trip is felt by everyone on shore. Failure isn't just personal, it ripples through everyone back on shore. For this crew, the stakes couldn't be higher. You can have the best crew and gear, but if you don't respect the ocean's rhythm, you'll come home empty-handed. Captain Silas reads the tides, wind, and moon like a language. Flying fish spawn in massive numbers during new or full moons, drawn by the lunar pull. The crew waits for this brief window, when the fish are concentrated and catchable. Weather is the wild card. A sudden squall or shifting winds can ruin everything. The tides move the fish and the floating debris they spawn on. The crew positions the boat to work with these currents. It's a delicate dance. Human ingenuity meeting the raw power of the ocean. To catch a creature, you have to understand it. Flying fish don't fly. They glide, launching themselves out of the water at over 35 miles per hour. Their gliding is a defense, escaping predators in spectacular bursts. For fishermen, a school taking flight is a sign. The fish are here. Their spawning ritual is the key. During certain lunar phases, they gather to lay eggs on floating objects. Fishermen use bamboo payaus, fish aggregating devices, to concentrate the fish. Timing is everything. During spawning, the fish are densely packed and vulnerable. This knowledge is passed down through generations, a blend of science and tradition. Predicting the fish's behavior is the heart of the operation. The work is a relentless grind. Once the fish are located, rest disappears. The deck becomes a chaotic, organized factory. Nets heavy with writhing silver are hauled aboard. This is the moment of truth. The physical toll is immense. Sleep is a luxury measured in minutes. Hauling nets requires brute strength, hands are raw, bodies pushed to the limit. The fish must be sorted, iced, and the nets quickly repaired for the next haul. The deck is dangerous, slick with water and fish, heavy equipment swinging, rogue waves threatening. Fatigue is the enemy. Mistakes can be deadly. The crew looks out for each other, operating as a single unit. Teamwork is everything. Success and safety depend on it. Through pain and exhaustion, they keep going, driven by a common goal. To truly understand this world, you have to listen to its people, their stories, their struggles, and the wisdom passed down through generations. Every face on this boat has a tale to tell, and every calloused hand has earned its place at sea. Silas, the captain, is a man shaped by the sea. His eyes have seen more storms than most will in a lifetime, and his instincts are as sharp as the salt air.
This isn't a job for the faint of heart. Out here, you need grit, courage, and a willingness to face whatever the ocean throws at you. You're betting against the weather, the fish, and the clock. Every decision matters, and hesitation can cost you more than just a catch. But it's in my blood. The pull of the tide, the promise of the horizon, it's something you feel deep in your bones. My father was a fisherman, and his father before him. We respect the water, and we honor the traditions that keep us safe and connected to our past. The ocean gives, but it can also take away in a heartbeat. Out here you learn humility, and you never take a calm day for granted.
Leo, a young crew member, is on his first big trip. For him, every wave is a new lesson, every sunrise a test of resolve.
You see it on TV, but you have no idea. The real thing is louder, rougher, and far more unpredictable than any show can capture. The power of the ocean is humbling. It can lift you up or swallow you whole, and you never forget that for a second. My arms feel like they're going to fall off, but you just try to keep up. The work is relentless, but the reward is knowing you gave it everything you had.
Dr. Eris Thorne, a marine biologist, explains the science. She's here to bridge the gap between tradition and research, making sure the future of fishing is as rich as its past.
The 48-hour window is a conservation strategy. It's a carefully chosen period that balances the needs of the fishermen with the rhythms of the ecosystem. By targeting spawning aggregations, fishing is concentrated, minimizing bycatch and impact. This way, we protect the species while still supporting the community. The 10,000 fish limit is based on years of data, ensuring enough fish survive to maintain the population. It's not just a number, it's a promise to the ocean and to the people who depend on it. Fishermen and scientists are part of the same system. We rely on each other to keep the balance, to share knowledge, and to adapt as the world changes. They provide data. We provide guidelines to protect their future. It's a cycle of trust built on respect and shared responsibility. It's a partnership, delicate but necessary. Without it, both the fish and the people who rely on them would be at risk.
The crew, the captain, and the scientists are all bound by the same goal: a sustainable future. Their fates are tied together by the tides and the choices they make. The rules aren't just restrictions, they're a lifeline for the next generation. They're the blueprint for survival, written in the language of experience and science. This is more than a job, it's a legacy. Every cast, every haul, Every lesson learned is a thread in the fabric of a community that endures. The balance between livelihood and conservation is fragile but essential. It's a daily act of stewardship, and it's what keeps the heart of this world beating strong. The quota is more than a number, it's a fragile truce between human need and ocean limits. For the sea serpent, 10,000 is the line between profit and loss. The economic pressure is immense, but the quota also prevents overfishing and collapse. Strict enforcement ensures everyone plays by the rules. For honest fishermen, it's a framework that protects their future. The quota is a commitment to the future, a promise that the ocean is not an inexhaustible pantry. By respecting these limits, the crew acts as stewards, ensuring the sea's bounty for generations. It's a difficult balance, immediate needs versus long-term responsibility. The final hours are a blur of motion and adrenaline. With 6 hours left, the count stands at 8,500, close but not enough. A shift in the current pushes the fish deeper, tension rises. Silas makes a bold call, steering west on a hunch. It's a gamble, time and fuel are running out. The crew works feverishly, fueled by caffeine and willpower. The sun dips, painting the sky in orange and purple, a beautiful menacing countdown. The winch hauls the net for what might be the last time. At first it looks light, then bursts alive with a massive shimmering haul. Silas's gamble pays off. The deck explodes into a frenzy. The count climbs 9,000, 9,500, 9,800. The final fish is tossed in and a cheer erupts, a raw sound of victory. Against the odds, they've made it. The journey home is a different world. The engine's roar is now a soothing hum of accomplishment. The tension breaks. The crew can finally relax. Some collapse in sleep. Others share quiet cigarettes on deck. The weight of the catch is more than fish. It's mortgages paid, futures secured. The success of this trip ripples through the community, a vital injection of hope. As the sea serpent docks, families and townspeople greet them, pride and relief on their faces. The offloading begins, the catch destined for markets around the globe. The crew, bone-tired, shares stories and handshakes, their bond stronger than ever. They've won this race, but the ocean remains. The next challenge is never far away.